We represent a lot of people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s and beyond. People who have suffered spinal injuries, knee injuries, shoulder injuries, and the like. As time goes on in the future, when you overlay age and the effects of age on top of an orthopedic injury or a neurologic injury, generally speaking, it's not going to get better for the client as time goes on. It's going to get worse. It's common sense. If you have a spinal injury, a neck injury, or back injury, or a knee injury, and it's required treatment and surgery, there are permanent effects that are going to be with you for life, not just from the trauma and the injury, but from the treatment that resulted. And when you overlay on top of that the effect of age, arthritis, and other effects of age, our clients, generally speaking, are going to deal with increased and greater effects of the injury as they go forward later in life. When we value cases, whether it's in a negotiation during litigation with an insurance company, or whether it's in the courtroom during trial, we resist the interpretation or the valuation that the defense will put on the case. They will put a low value on the case, and they'll have a certain formula that they use. But what's often forgotten is that most of the time, our clients' injuries is permanent. And they're going to be dealing with the permanent effects of those injuries going forward for the rest of their life. And so when we value a case, when we make a determination as to whether to recommend or not recommend a settlement in a case, we make it clear to the client and we make it crystal clear to the other side that we're dealing with permanent injuries and permanent residuals, and that any settlement, our sense of full value, our sense of full justice has to account for the fact that these injuries are going to be affecting our clients going forward for the rest of their lives. Oftentimes, we represent clients with permanent injuries, and even 3, 4, 5, 6 years after the injury has occurred, as the case, the litigation is ongoing, they're still in need of medical treatment. They're still undergoing care. And what their doctors say, oftentimes, is that they're going to continue to need care, whether it's physician services, physical therapy, or home care, or pain management and the like, going forward into the future, oftentimes for life. And so in order to make sure that the case and the ultimate result in the case accounts for all of their losses, not just now, but in the future, we will develop a life care plan where we will work with physicians and other experts to account for all of the medical needs that our clients are likely to have going forward for the rest of their lives. And we will break it down by category. We will look at their life expectancy. We will address all the aspects that are needed to have a full and complete life care plan that we present in court and we present to the other side, so that all of our clients' losses, not just the current ones, but the future losses, are accounted for. And their medical needs in the future are also addressed in the case and are reflected in the ultimate resolution of their case. Most of the time we represent working people, and oftentimes because of the injuries from the incident, they can't work. They can't get back to work the way they did before, either partially or fully. So it's necessary to put a lost wage claim into the case, which addresses not just any time they've been out of work and any loss of income from the time the incident happened up until the time the case is resolved, but we also address the potential for lost wages in the future. And if we have a client who can't return back to work, possibly can't ever return back to the job that they were in before they got hurt, we account for that in future lost wages for the rest of their working life.